guys don't know how excited I was when I got to the library and saw this on the shelf. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so excited. This is the one of my favorite series, and I've known that the author's family have been republishing these books, but in the past I've only ever gotten the old hardcovers, and this is the first new paperback. I've read a couple of the Kindle books of this series, and now I've finally gotten a paperback to read of this series, and I'm so excited! Ah! I'm just so excited because this is absolutely one of my favorite series. I need to start going out of my way to find and collect this, because this is so exciting. I've never read a new paperback. I've never read a new version of this book, and so exciting. This family, they're I have so much respect for them because they're republishing their dad's grandfather, I guess. I don't know. But they're republishing his books, and I'm just like, yes, thank you for republishing my favorite series. And so, this is being vlogged about as a book in itself, not just as part of the weekly vlog. I'm so excited about this. Alright, I'll move on.
Hello, it's Zuki Beans. So, in today's video, if I sit on the floor of the library and talk about things where I can see the library door, I'm talking about this book, The Happy Hollisters and the Old Clipper Ship. Now, I'm not talking about this book. Yes. I'm talking about this book here. I'm talking about the fact that you can now buy these books in paperback. I mean, I will talk about this book as a story, but I'm also here to talk about the fact that this book is a paperback. Now, why is that so cool and notable? And I should talk about it. Because this book was first published in 1956. 1956, you guys. 1956, this book got published, and back then they didn't do paperbacks, and they most certainly didn't do paperbacks that looked brand new. That's because back in 2013, the grandchildren of the author, Jerry West, it's not his real name actually, it's a pseudonym, but anyhow, because his real name is Svensson, which Jerry West is a much better children's book author name. So, especially back in the 50s. So he wrote the series kind of based on his family, inspired by, the characters. And so his grandson got to work and republished these. And that's so amazing. I mean, there's 33 of them. You can buy them for the whole set for $300 on Amazon, or singly a book like this, except maybe not all taped up nicely, for $11.90 on Amazon. And it's just wow! I loved this series. This is the series that one of these is the first chapter book I ever read. The one I first read is number 5, I believe. Anyhow, it's a super amazing series that the grandchild republished these. There's in the second page, you have jacket copy of what the jacket said. Then you have this dedication talking about, how this came to be, that it got done in paperback. And this is such a cool series, because in this series it's 1950s, so they're, pretending to make a movie. They're pretending to make a movie. They're actually filming it, but they're just these 5 kids. Back in the 1950s, this is modern, if they had a YouTube channel, it would make more sense. anyhow, they're making a movie, and then because they have adventures, they meet movie actors, and they get to act in a movie, and it's a great story about you might be able to tell there's like totally a movie camera right there. Makes total sense that they end up acting in a movie, but I mean it's kind of 1950s kids pipe dream what I would like if I was super lucky, I guess. But they like have pets on the back. I love all the backs are like the exact same thing, and so it's just like the main characters and like the two main pets. I wouldn't necessarily. There's also like another pet that just doesn't come into the story much, but they meet all sorts of cool people, and they help people. That's their thing, is they help people. And so then this story, they help a Hawaiian man get his inheritance by proving that his ancestor was married by the captain of a clipper ship. And I don't know, it's weird. What's really weird is I kept reading this and I was like, they're talking about people who dismantled clipper ships, which I never thought about that. And I was just like, how old would they be now? Because I kept forgetting this was set in the 1950s. Because, I don't know, this story feels really modern to me. I mean, despite the fact that, it's clearly they're, doing things like fixing windows, building sailing ships and going out on it with a 12 and 7-year-old, and they're the only people on this boat. I mean, it's clearly not a modern book, but because of, the fact that they're making a movie and just stuff like that, I was like, man, it felt so modern. But at the same time, it was, clearly not. And so I highly recommend this series. I mean, the dedication says, there are, or wherever it says, there are some, clearly outdated stuff. But, I mean, clearly, this was written in another time, but at the same time, it's so timeless. Anyhow, so I love this series, and I'm really excited to know that they're being reprinted in paperback. I would like to have more books be reprinted into paperback. I want to now collect all 33 of these. I would actually dearly love to be one of those people who, have multiple copies of their favorite books and have the paperback and the hardback, and just have, this bookshelf and be like, and this is my Happy Hollister section of my bookshelf. It's this, you have this set, and then on the shelf above it, I have the hardcovers. Like those annoying people who have 49 copies of their favorite books. I would love to do that with this book, because you can now. I mean, ever since 2013. I've read 3 of the reprints. I've read 2 ebooks from Amazon, and of course this. And I'm looking forward to reading more. I'm super excited about this. And I think that the Svensons are amazing people, and more people should be like them. And I would like to thank them for reprinting my favorite series. Do the YouTube things.